Hello, Shredders. Welcome to day 3. I can't believe we're already on day 3. So, we have another verse for you today.
Okay, so this is from Romans 12:1. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. And I wanted to share a little story because it actually starts with this one here. and, we had met, I guess it's over a year ago now. It's crazy to think about how time flies. And what Cheryl didn't know was I was taking some steps in my health journey because I felt like, I was being, I'm going to say, called to better my health. Yet my mindset was not really in the right place. I had met with a personal trainer the day before and was setting some goals. And even though those goals weren't to be like a certain size or a certain weight, like I still, I can look back now and I know my heart was not in the right place. And so Cheryl asked me a question that day, and she was like, have you ever invited God into your health and your fitness journey? And I remember sitting there and I was like, that was so mind blowing for me because never had I thought about asking that question before. And now I look at this journey of being able to go on, doing not only the Shred 10 Gospel Edition, but doing the Bible study of Revelation Wellness, and and just like how much I have that conversation with God with my health and my fitness right now. And that was a huge thing for me that I wanted to share with you guys.
So good. And when you look at this verse, it says, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. And a lot of times we don't think of ourselves as holy and pleasing to God. And that is really one of the things that we really want to help you reframe your mindset with that God is pleased with you and God designed you to be holy. So when it says this is your true and proper worship, we all worship something. If we're not worshiping God, we're worshiping something. And it's really, when you think about that, it's whatever you place the highest value on. It could be a goal. It could be success. It could be your bank account. It could be the food that you put on the table. It could be your family. It could be your marriage. I mean, anything, you can place anything above God, and it will lead to a form of worship. And so we're really kind of focused on the food and helping you guys navigate through not making food an idol, and not putting that as the highest priority. That God is the highest priority in your life.
And just listening to Cheryl, I think when we continue to have God as that priority and we continue to talk to God throughout the day, then nothing does become the idol, because you're constantly referencing to God and asking His Spirit to speak through you, or to enlighten you on where to take the next step and where to go next. And so, maybe the food or beverage that you think is an idol in your life right now, maybe that's where you need to ask God to really call Him into you and ask you to be strong in those moments when those things that you think are idols in your life are controlling you. And just like we said for yesterday's scripture, give Him the control and do what is pleasing to Him, so that you can be holy and you can be whole, because that's what's going to bring our bodies back to wholeness and health, is really putting Him first and letting Him have that final push for you as to where to go in your life.
And I think I think it's easy to say, oh, that's not an idol. That's kind of a really big, scary word. But when you look at that list of the Shred guidelines and you're asked to give up some things, it is a true testament to what is truly more important than what God's calling you to. So I'm going to read this paragraph to you. It's from the Wellness Revelation that we're interweaving through this shred for you. It says, the enemy of our souls is placing bets that we will take something good and use it for selfish gain or pleasure. When we use something inappropriately, it gives birth to sin. The sin that starts out as a little here, a little there, eventually grows into something that masters us, even as it seems to promise some payoff or reward. This is bondage. Bondage is involuntary servitude, or is more commonly known, addiction. Common examples of addictions are dependencies on caffeine, sugar, fat, and salt. You don't enjoy the payoff, but you keep returning to the addictive behavior because you feel trapped. You feel as if you have no will or choice, so you keep doing the very thing that you don't want to do. And what we want to help you realize is that it doesn't have to be your will or choice. You have to surrender that to God and ask Him to help you navigate through that, because He really is interested in doing that.
And so maybe today, just write down below, comment below, like what it is that you would like to surrender to God today in your shred. And we'll check back again tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.